Creating jam tracks for Notewize is pretty simple because jam tracks only contain measures and chord names. You'll need a musicXML file for the measures and chord names, and then an audio file for the backing track. I'll show you how to make the musicXML file using Guitar Pro. I'm using Guitar Pro 8 for creating this jam track. If you're using a different version of Guitar Pro, the process may be slightly different. First, make sure your file has a tempo and a time signature set at measure 1. Now let's take a look at the music. Whether you're creating some tab or a jam track for Notewize, you only want the tab staff, not the standard notation. If you see two music staffs, go to the right panel and select Track. Then, under Musical Notation, remove the standard notation so only the tab is visible on the screen. Also take a look at measure 1 of your song, which is used as the counted measure. It should only contain rests or possibly a pickup chord at the end of the measure. Now let's check out the chord changes. Notice that the track does not contain any tab, but does include rests in the measures. This is important because it determines where to place the chord name in the measure. I'm using quarter rests in all the measures, so I can place some chords on beat 1 and some chords on beat 3. You can insert chord names by using free text. For example, I want to put another chord name on beat 3 of this measure. First, select the rest that is on beat 3. Then press T to open the free text dialog box. Enter your chord name and press OK. Now that we have all of the measures and chord names in place, we're ready to export a musicXML, which is used to create the Notewize jam track. Go to File, Export, musicXML. Save the musicXML and you're good to go. Now you also need an audio file to use as the backing track. You can create this using any method you want, just make sure it's at the same tempo as your notated jam track. In this case, 100 beats per minute. So let's take a look at how this shows up in the Notewize app after you add it to a lesson pack. The audio file includes a count-in for measure 1, and the actual jam track begins in measure 2. You can see all of the chord changes we notated, and the ones we placed on beat 3 show up in the middle of the measure. And the whole thing is scrolling along at 100 beats per minute. Now that you know the basics of creating jam tracks for Notewize, try making one for yourself.